What are some best practices for achieving and maintaining executive sanity?
Well, first of all, lists. Don't be embarrassed as an executive of making a list and having a pen and paper with you. And there's so many executives that feel like, oh, that's so low level to take notes. Are you kidding? You know, come on. That just shows your immaturity about how you think your brain works, right? So being able to get stuff out of your head, see that inventory of all of your projects. So list, here's the things when we work with executives that immediately we watch them many of them anyway, instantly implement. That's like, oh my God, thank goodness this happened. So lists, and 4 critical lists. First of all, a list of all their projects. Secondly, a list of all the next actions that they need to do on those that are not necessarily calendared actions, but things they need to talk to people about, things they need to handle. And a list particularly called waiting for. What are all the things they're waiting on to come back from somebody else that they've tasked, they've delegated, they've handed off? Those are really critical. I've seen people instantly start to do that. Another thing is give themselves permission to manage their personal life equally as well as their professional life. Because a lot of them have let the personal life go to hell in a handbasket, because of their charging down the professional track and not realizing that the lack of managing their investments in their second home and what they're doing and their kids in college and all that stuff is pulling on them much more than they realize, and giving themselves permission to sit down and say, wait a minute, what are the projects I've got about that? Because a lot of them don't have staff personally. Right? They can't get their teenage kid to do the things they can get their chief of staff to do, right? So they actually have to take on a lot of the executive burden, if you will, or the management burden, in their personal life. But to give themselves permission to do that and realize it's all the same thing. It's all the same game. And to get the clear deck for the whole life will allow them to have a much better board meeting, much better staff decisions, much better creative thinking in terms of what they're doing. Those are some master keys that people get instantly once they see this model and start to taste it.